Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Inner Voice. You are tuned to 1422 medium wave. This is, of course, the new Pan-Hellenic voice. I am Dr. Gabrielides, and I'll be with you till 1 o'clock today, as always on a Monday. And today, I'm going to be talking about peace of mind, how to achieve peace of mind, that elusive and precious commodity in human life. So stay tuned, my friends, while I greet my fellow Greek listeners, and I'll be back with you in just a sec. Καλησπέρα σας, κυρίες και κύριοι, φίλες και φίλοι. Είσαστε συντονισμένοι στα 1422 μεσαία κύματα της νέας πανελλήνιας φωνής με την εκπομπή μας Εσωτερική Φωνή. Μαζί σας ο Δόκτωρ Παναγιώτης Γαβριλίδης μέχρι τις 1 η ώρα. Μείνετε συντονισμένοι μαζί μας και εύχομαι να αναπαύσουμε λίγο και να χαμογελάσουμε λίγο σήμερα. All right. Peace of mind. Peace of mind. The good Lord knows we need it more than anything else in this country, around the world actually, but particularly in this country. All right. Peace of mind, as I mentioned, is one of the most sought after commodities in human life. It appears that most of us are in a state of perpetual angst, to borrow a German word, actually originally a Greek word, anchos. So, not borrowing anything being Greek, sorry about that. Yeah, it appears that most of us are in a state of perpetual angst or restlessness, anchos. And on analyzing the causes of this restlessness, this angst, I'd like to share with you some suggestions that we need to follow if we are serious about achieving peace of mind. Alright, and let's slowly get into it then. Here is one basic one that I like. Do not interfere in others' business. Most of us, my friends, create many of our problems by too often interfering in others' affairs. You've heard the old proverb that if you see two dogs fighting and you get in the middle, they both turn on you. Kind of the same thing. So we do so, we interfere in other people's affairs because somehow we have convinced ourselves that our way is the best way, that our logic is the perfect logic, and those who do not conform to our thinking, well, they must be wrong. They must be criticized and steered to the right direction. Our direction, that is. Being facetious here and humorous, my friends, as I'm sure you appreciate. You see, this kind of attitude on our part denies the existence of the rights of others, in a sense, you see, because no two of us, no human beings, can think or act in exactly the same way. It's impossible. It's impossible. All men or women act the way they do because they are prompted to do so by the divine within them, the God force within them. It guides us differently. It will guide me to do A, it will guide you to do B. Neither is right or wrong. What does it matter as an analogy whether our children are playing hide and seek or tiddlywinks? Doesn't matter. Game A, game B. Neither is right, neither is wrong, see? So, why then are we bothered? Why then are we bothered? Let people play their own game. Let them live their own life, their way. So if we mind our own business, from that point of view, we don't meddle in the affairs of others, then hey, definitely we will add to our peace of mind. Another principle that adds to peace of mind is to forget and forgive. Not just to forgive, we have to forget as well. This is a most powerful aid to peace of mind. most powerful, most powerful. We often nurture ill feeling inside our heart for the person who insults or harms us. We forget that the insult or injury was done to us once, but as I mentioned last week, by nourishing the grievance, we go on excavating the wound perpetually. Therefore, it is essential that we cultivate the art of forgetting as well as forgiving. Let things be. Let things be. And let things go. Life is too short to waste in such trifles. So we forget, we forgive, and we march on. Ooh, this next principle I like very much. Do not crave for recognition, because by merely doing so, you have sunk the boat before you have even begun your voyage. If you walk around craving for the acceptance from other people, from recognition from other people, why don't they see how good I am? Why don't they see how wonderful I am? Why don't I get pats on the back? Forget it. Forget it. It's meaningless. Meaningless, okay? Craving for recognition is actually a pathetic addiction of our egos. Never fall for it, my friends. Why would you want to join in the pathetic addiction of our egos? Our ego in Greek, another Greek word. See, the world is full of selfish people. You can see that all day, every day. Selfish people. They live in their own cocoon. They live in their own world. You know, they seldom praise anyone without selfish motive as well. Like, it's a long old joke in New York. If someone comes up to you and says, "Hello, what do you want?" Why are you even saying hello to me? Good morning, you'll say in an elevator, and everyone just stares at you hostilely, clutching their wallets. Ay, ay, ay. Terrible, isn't it? Sad and terrible, you know. So people seldom praise anyone without selfish motives, you know. So people have been bitten before, so once bitten, twice shy, as the old saying goes, right? So we are suspicious of people who are nice to us even. I was just watching a movie last night, Monk, Mr. Monk, M-O-N-K. It's available at video stores. It's a series. I love that series. It's so funny. I don't like the way it begins. It always begins with violent murder. Man, oh, I have to take a few deep breaths and recover from that and say a few prayers or something, you know. But after that, it actually is quite a humorous and enjoyable program. So last night I was watching one where poor Mr. Monk is this detective. He has no friends. He's never had a friend in his life. So this guy befriends him suddenly. So all you know, his assistant, the police captain that works with him, and the other detective are all suspicious of this guy called Hal, H-A-L, Hal, who suddenly has befriended Mr. Monk. And the mother, his assistant, has a daughter, a young teenage daughter. So after Hal leaves and greets him, they're sitting there talking to each other. So the mom says, "I like him." The daughter says, "Yeah, I like him too." And the mom says, I wonder why he's being so nice to Mr. Monk. I wonder what he's after." See what I'm getting at? People are suspicious of people who are nice to you. On the other hand, if you're just outright nasty to people, you get resistance too. So you can't win, can you? Sad. But there are many, many wonderful good people on the planet, my friends. Don't despair. Don't despair. Anyway, on the other hand, some as people may praise you today. See, that's why you can't crave recognition and praise, because also people may praise you today, maybe because you're successful, maybe because you've done something, you've written a good book or something, you've sung a great song or something, or maybe you won the lotto or something. Maybe you have power, but no sooner maybe do you lose the money you won in the lotto. And what's amazing is that most people, within 6 months after winning money, they just lose it all. They're back to square one. Isn't that horrifying? Anyway, no sooner does your glory fade, your 15 minutes in the sun. No sooner does that fade, and no sooner are you powerless, then people just are very quick to forget your achievement and actually to start criticizing you. You say, but, yesterday they loved me. Yesterday they were applauding me. Where did this nastiness suddenly come from? Oh, yeah. It's the nature of the beast. That's how we are. We should not be, but that's how shallow people are, eh? Moreover, no one is perfect, my friends. No one is perfect, except me, of course. No. Just kidding. I'm in a funny mood today, so bear with me. Far from ask my beloved lady, the woman I love so much, my gorgeous Madalena. She'll tell you how far from perfect I am. Far from perfect. So, no one is perfect. Then why do we value the words of praise of another mortal like us so much? Why don't we realize, well, hey, this person may look glitzy, they may look powerful, they may look like they're invincible, but hey, back at the ranch, they're just like me. They're just like another mortal person like me. And if I really apply my mind to it, I can do what they have done. Or something else, you see, because we're not all the same. You should not necessarily want to do something that they have done. Maybe you can't sing, so if they sang a great song and they've got they're number one on the hit parade, well, maybe you're a great carpenter. Maybe you'll make a great desk or a beautiful cabinet, you see. So you don't try and copy anyone either. So why do we crave the recognition and the praise of another mere mortal like us? Why? Believe in yourself. You're just as much a magnificent child of the divine, of the God force as they are. Believe in yourself. Look into your heart. Look to your abilities, your talents, and cultivate those. Get a goal in life. Find your purpose. Because people's praises do not last long. That's not what you want. And you should never do anything so that you can get praise from people. No. For peace of mind. For the love of it. For the joy of it. For the peace of it. Do your duties ethically and sincerely, and just leave the rest to the universe. Leave the rest to the God force. It's quite capable of sorting out the details, Sometimes we go through life and we think that it's chaos, and sometimes it is. But the God force is aware of the so-called chaos. It is aware of it. The divine intelligence is there. Before chaos theory was discovered, another beautiful Greek word, chaos, theoria to chaos, the theory of chaos. Before chaos theory was discovered, scientists used to think that there was a lot of chaos in the universe. They understood the law of gravity, they understood physics, they understood the Newtonian or Cartesian logic, but they did not understand many things about the universe, for example, weather patterns, etc., etc., until the advent of the computer, which was able to take all this massive, seemingly chaotic information, and suddenly the computer showed us that, no, wait a minute, no, there are patterns in the universe, there are patterns in everything, and actually there is no chaos. Isn't it amazing, my friends? Isn't it amazing? What's funny is that even though there are patterns and everything is logical and there's a design behind everything, they still call it, paradoxically, chaos theory. but it's not chaos. Wonderful. So there is no chaos in the universe, even though it may look like it's chaotic to us now. Just relax. Just believe in yourself. Just go on. You don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. You really don't know. That call you've been waiting for could come. That kiss you've been waiting for, that hug, that kind word from someone you love that has been mistreating you, it may suddenly come out of the blue. It happens to me all the time. Sometimes I'm still amazed by it, other times I expect it. So, forget about seeking people's praises, okay? Just believe in yourself. Just be kind and gentle. If you just go around just focusing on those two attributes, kindness and gentleness, just those two, you will achieve everything. But there must be no exceptions. You can't be kind and gentle to those you love and nasty and obnoxious to those you don't. You got to be kind and gentle to the taxi that cuts you off on the road as well. No exceptions. It's amazing. Kinesiology has proved that over 25 years of experimentation, that if one is just kind and gentle, with no exceptions, one will achieve wonderful, exquisite peace of mind, and frankly anything else they want to. Isn't it amazing, eh? The human mind never ceases to amaze me. Okay, another little principle in our pursuit of peace of mind, which, funny, talking about kinesiology, kinesiology, which is a science, by the way, sets peace of mind higher than joy and higher than love. Amazing, eh? So peace is higher than joy, and joy is higher than love. Amazing, eh? Amazing. So let's bear that in mind. All right. The next little principle I want to share with you is jealousy. We can't be jealous. Do not be jealous. That's also really a pathetic addiction of the ego. And yeah, we have all experienced how jealousy can disturb our peace of mind, isn't it? You work harder than your colleagues in the office, but they get promotions and you do not. You started the business several years ago now. Everybody told you it was going to take 2 years, but now it's been 4.5. But you're not as successful as your neighbor whose business is only 1 year old. Why should you be jealous? Should you fret and fume? Get a few, raise your blood pressure? Get a couple of heart attacks? Heck no. No. Just don't forget, everybody's life is different. That's why the French say vive la différence. Thank God everybody's different. How boring it would be if everyone was like me. My word, that would drive me insane. I would leave the planet. No. I like difference. Everyone is different. Remember that. Nothing will be gained by blaming others for your misfortune. That's the last thing you should do. No. Just do whatever you're doing at the moment with style, with elegance, with kindness, with gentleness, and to the best of your ability with the energy you have available, because sometimes you will be better at what you're doing than others times because of the energy level. Sometimes your bowl of cereal will give you more energy than other times, so it happens. Human beings are like the tides of the sea. Our energy rises and our energy wanes. Jealousy, of course, we know will get us nowhere, but will only give us restlessness. Restlessness, that's what jealousy will give us. Robs us of our peace of mind. It would be futile, for example, just to come up with a ridiculous example to illustrate the point. It would be ridiculous, for example, for a camel to be jealous of the fact that she's not a horse. You know, we need to be ourselves and stick to our intuition. We need to follow our intuition wherever it may take us. As I say, it matters not at all whether we're playing hide and seek or tiddlywinks. It matters not at all whether we're selling corn or computers. It matters not at all whether we're a heart surgeon or a carpenter. It matters not. We're different. It matters not at all what others are doing or how fast or slow they're going. The only thing that matters is what you're doing and how you are reacting to what you're doing. That's it. Alright, another little principle in our quest for peace of mind on this Monday afternoon, cloudy Monday afternoon, is called change yourself according to the environment. That's kind of cryptic. How do you change yourself according to the environment? And how will that help us? Okay. See, if you try to change the environment single-handedly, the chances are you may fail. Instead, you have to change yourself, see, to suit the environment. And as you do this, even the environment, which has remained unfriendly for you, will mysteriously appear to be congenial and harmonious. Trying to think of an example here of how one can change oneself to the environment. Yes, let's say, yes, you're in a job you hate. Yeah, you can't stand it. That's why most heart attacks occur by Monday morning by 9 o'clock. So we've made it past 9 o'clock this morning. So those of us who are still alive, we're safe till next Monday morning, 9 o'clock. All right? That's the favorite time for people to exit the planet. Monday morning at about 9 o'clock, when most heart attacks happen to middle-aged men, because they so hate their jobs. It's, oh no, man, another week, I can't take it. You know what? I'd rather leave the planet. Sad, eh? Sad. Now, instead of feeling that way and saying, okay, look, I don't like this job, I'm not going to be a Pollyanna or a fool and pretend that I like it. No, I don't like it, but I am here. I'm going to make plans to change, get another job, or get promoted or something. So while I'm here, I am not going to project disharmony and nastiness and obnoxiousness in the work environment. You see, I'm going to change myself according to my environment. So I'm going to be positive, I'm going to be constructive until my situation changes. This week, instead of having a heart attack at 9 o'clock Monday morning, now I'm going to send out 100 CVs. I'm going to call 6 people and ask them if they want my services, etc., etc. You see what I'm getting at? You got to go. And when you do that, suddenly you find out things are better in this job that you hate. Just an example. You can take anything in your life, anything unsatisfactory in your life. Okay? You change yourself according to the environment, and suddenly the environment which has been unfriendly to you so far will mysteriously appear to be more congenial and more harmonious. And of course, harmony is a very big deal to everybody, but particularly for people like me who are Libras. I'm a Libra. Libras must have harmony. I must have harmony. Sometimes I'm trapped in environments I don't like, and I start feeling anxious and claustrophobic. And what I do then is this: I create a certain space around myself, and I bathe in the white light of the God Force. And then that place becomes hallowed for me and blessed, and it gives me the peace that I need instead of the disharmony. See? So that with practice we can do that as well. This works even when I'm in someone else's home. I don't feel good in their home for whatever personal reason. Nothing to do with the people necessarily. Sometimes it has. So when I'm in someone else's home, it works for me because the space that I create around me, and you can do this too, is then my special place and not someone else's anymore. If you can follow what I'm getting at. Alright, my friends, I'm going to give you my number in a minute. We are halfway. I do consult as a natural medicine consultant. Stay with us here on 1422 medium wave of the new Pan-Hellenic voice. We're going to go to a brief commercial break and we'll be right back with the inner voice. This is Dr. Gabrielides. Okay, my telephone number then, which I'll give again at the end, for those who do wish to contact me, consult me for various therapies regarding natural medicine. My number is 076 189 6690. I repeat, 076 189 6690. Stay with us. Θα πάμε τώρα, κυρίες και κύριοι, στο συνηθισμένο μας διαφημιστικό διάλειμμα και θα είμαστε και πάλι μαζί σε λίγα λεπτά εδώ στα 1422 μεσαία κύματα της νέας Πανελλήνιας Φωνής, να συνεχίσουμε το πρόγραμμά μας Εσωτερική Φωνή. Ο Δόκτωρ Παναγιώτης Γαβριηλίδης μαζί σας μέχρι τις 1 η ώρα. Το τηλέφωνο μου θα σας το δώσω τώρα και πάλι στο τέλος της εκπομπής. Για όποιον θέλει να με συμβουλευτεί για διάφορες θεραπείες με natural medicine, μπορείτε να επικοινωνήσετε μαζί μου στο νούμερο 076 189 6690. Επαναλαμβάνω, 076 189 6690. Μείνετε μαζί μας, φίλες και φίλοι. You're tuned to 1422 medium wave. This is the new Pan-Hellenic voice. This is our program, The Inner Voice. And I am Dr. Gabrielides. I'll be with you till 1 o'clock. This is the second half. Started at 12. And today we're talking about peace of mind. How to achieve that elusive, wonderful, delicious peace of mind. Okay, let's go on. Another principle, another handy principle to achieving peace of mind is to endure what cannot be endured. Tough one. This is kind of the best way to turn a disadvantage into an advantage. Every day all of us face numerous inconveniences, ailments perhaps, ill health, irritations, and accidents that are beyond our control. All of us, we know that. Now, what we need to do is learn to adapt, or we need to learn to endure these inconveniences, these disadvantages, these irritations. We need to learn to endure them, preferably cheerfully, but if not, let's treat them like dirty diapers, dirty nappies, as they say in SA. See, you have to change the diapers. It must be done. So do it, and so be it. Alright? That's it. Sometimes that's all you have left as an option to you, all you have open as an option for you. 3 o'clock, baby's crying, you got to feed it, change its diaper. That's it. What can you do? The other day, one of my clients called me and complained about how stressed she gets waiting in line at the bank. And boy, do I sympathize. It's one of my pet peeves. Used to be. Oh, I hate waiting. Hate wasting my life waiting. But that's not the way to look at it. I encourage her to let go. Observe the people around you. We all wait at the bank. We all wait in line. It's not just you. It wasn't just this client of mine, all right? And it's not only in South Africa. If you go to America, believe me, you'll also wait at the bank there. Likewise in England. Likewise in New Zealand. It's the same all over. So why stress? Why not be grateful that you have a reason to wait in line at the bank? That means hopefully you have some money to withdraw or to deposit, okay? Oh, dear, 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 dear. Why stress? Why don't you take a book with you, or a magazine, or a newspaper, or drink a coffee while you're waiting in line at the bank? These days, most banks have that. My bank does anyway. Have a cup of coffee while you wait in line. Why don't you do your SMSs until the guard catches you fiddling with your cell phone and demands you put it away? I get away though with doing my SMSing. I do all my SMSing and waiting in line at the bank. Oh dear. See, so there are things that you can do. Because what are you going to do? It's a fact of life. We wait in line at the bank. That's just it. What do you think the bank's going to do? Create a special teller just to serve you? I mean, get real. Ain't going to happen. So, do something constructive. Take your newspaper with you. Take your People magazine with you. Drink a coffee. You get the idea. Alright. Another principle on our quest to achieve peace of mind is do not bite off more than you can chew. Do not bite off more than you can chew. In one sense, we have the rest of forever to do what we want to do. In another sense, we're always in a hurry, isn't it? It's the paradox of life. See, this maxim should always be remembered. We often tend to take on more responsibilities than we're capable of carrying out and still keep our peace of mind. You see, this is done to satisfy our ego, not anybody else. Believe me, analyze that. You'll see. Sit and think about it. This is done to satisfy our egos. We take on more responsibilities because we want people to think how wonderful we are, how capable we are. Oh, I'll do it. You need this done? Yeah, I'll do it. You too? I'll do that too. Eventually, you got 69,000 things to do in one day. What about your family? What about you? What about time to nourish you and nurture you? So, the invitation here for all of us is to know our limitations. The sun will only shine for so many hours a day, no matter what your tasks are, no matter what duties you've taken on. Doesn't matter. The sun doesn't care how many things you have to do today. It's going to shine only so many hours. And after that it will set. So spend some of your free time on introspection and meditation. See? As a result of that, this will reduce those thoughts in your mind which make you restless. Restlessness. The opposite of peace of mind. I'm reminded of a quick way to fix panic and anxiety. See, all those of you who are suffering from panic and anxiety and worrying about this and worrying about that, see, a quick fix is this. The fewer thoughts you have, the greater your peace of mind. So this is a quick fix cure for stress. Just stop thinking. Because if you stop thinking, you will not have anything to stress about, isn't it? So are you stressed? Just stop thinking. Try it. You'll be amazed. I was when I first tried it. Simple thing. Are you stressed? Do you suffer from overthinking? Are you obsessive compulsive? Well, just stop thinking. Meditate regularly, as often as you have the need for it. Or do something different. Something that you like. not something that your grandmother likes. All right? Not that you should never do anything that your grandmother likes, you know what I mean? Balance. But you need to take time out to do something that you like. Because all work and no play makes Jack and Jill dull people. So meditation makes the mind thoughtless, in a sense. See? Just meditate on a placid, serene lake. No ripples on it. The moment you drop a pebble in the lake, the ripples begin. See, in analogy, that's the moment you start thinking. Sometimes you have to stop thinking. I remember once I was so stressed I could not think anymore. I went to my dear friend, had a coffee with him. I said, you know what, I'm so stressed, I can't think anymore. I don't know what to do. I have so many options available to me. He says to me, listen, stop it. He figuratively slapped me, didn't, you know what I mean? Figuratively. He said, take a deep breath, stop thinking. I will think for you. Bless him. He did. Sometimes you have to go to that extreme. He was able to make me see the light amongst the cobwebs that I had immersed myself in. All these spidery cobwebs, all these, I had a million different paths that I was trying to go down. So, if you try meditation earnestly for about half an hour every day, if that's what you want to do, then you will tend to become a lot calmer during the remaining 23 and a half hours. Or you may want to try meditating for 24 minutes a day, you see? That's 1 minute for every hour in the day. See, that way it doesn't sound like a lot. But if you're just going to do just 24 minutes, you know, that's a lot of time. Where will I find that? But 1 minute in an hour you can find. See? So it's all a matter of perspective. With meditation, our minds will not be as disturbed as much as before. It will increase our efficiency, and we will turn out more work actually in less time. That's just what happens. But now, paradoxically, you see, because life is a paradox, it's not all cut and dried, it's not all black and white, there are gray areas. Paradoxically, I'd like to invite you, after I've just said that you should take half an hour to meditate with a blank mind, paradoxically, you should never leave the mind vacant. Because you see, an empty mind is kind of the devil's workshop, as the saying goes, right? And all evil deeds begin in the mind. So what you want to do is keep your mind occupied with something positive, something worthwhile. Maybe you can actively follow a hobby. You must decide what you value and be persistent in following that, is the invitation here. You decide what you value and be persistent in following that. Your hobby will give you a sense of fulfillment and achievement if you decide to start a hobby. Even if you are resting physically, occupy yourself in healthy reading, inspirational reading, soothing music, etc., etc. You get the idea. Next, we must never procrastinate, never put off for tomorrow what we can do now, and never regret. Why would anybody want to waste time in wondering, should I or shouldn't I? Why? Days, weeks, months, and years may be wasted in that futile mental debating. What should I do? Should I or shouldn't I? You can never plan enough, my friends, because you can never anticipate all future happenings. You just can't. No one can. How can we plan enough to anticipate all future happenings. Just believe in yourself, believe in the universe, and things will turn out fine. Value your time and do things. See, the universe rewards action. So do things. It does not matter if you fail the first time. Not at all. One can rectify one's mistakes and succeed the next time, maybe. Or the next, or the next, or the next. Sitting back and worrying will lead to nothing. Let's learn from our mistakes, but let's not brood over the past. Oh, if only I had done things this way. You're still saying that, you're 103 and you're in your rocking chair. You've been saying that for 79 years. Oh, if only I had done things this way. Forget it. Do not regret. Past is gone. Whatever happened, happened. None of us has the power to alter the course of yesterday. So why cry about it? Let it go and do better today. That way you remain a lot more at peace with yourself and with the world. You see, our mind is a tool. Our mind is a tool. You see, you and I, you listening to me right now, and me and all of us, we are much more than our mind. Our mind is merely a tool. Now you may think that your mind is running the show, especially people who suffer from obsessive compulsive disorder, but that is only because you have trained or allowed your mind to think in this way. The fact is, you can also untrain and retrain this tool of yours called your mind. Your mind is a tool for you to use in any way you wish. It's like a muscle, the mind, in that sense. It can be trained to think positively or negatively or neutrally. The way you now use your mind is only a habit. Only a habit. So, put another way, you can say that your mind is just a collection of habits. And habits, my friends, any habits can be changed if we want to do so, or even if we only know it is possible to do so. How? We quiet the chatter of our mind for a moment and really think about this concept. This is the concept. Your mind and my mind is a tool that we can choose to use any way we wish. Our mind is a tool that we can choose to use any way we wish. The thoughts we choose to think create the experiences we have. It's as simple as that. You become what you think about. If you believe that it is hard or difficult to change a habit or a thought, then your choice of this thought will make it true for you. Not for anybody else, just for you. If you would choose to think it is becoming easier for me to make changes, then your choice of this thought will make that true for you. If you think, no, this has always been difficult for me, then it will continue to be difficult for you. If you think, well, no, this is becoming easier for me, then so it will be. See, there's an incredible power and intelligence within you that is constantly responding to your thoughts and words and guiding you if you will let it. What is that power? Your intuition. Your intuition. My friends, I have a lot more to say about that. Our intuition. No, maybe I can complete the thought quickly. Okay. Zip through this quickly. See, as we learn to control our mind, because we're almost out of time, as we learn to control our mind by the conscious choice of thoughts, we align ourselves with this guiding power, our intuition. Do not think for one moment that your mind is in control and that you're helpless. No, you are in control of your mind. You use your mind. You can stop thinking those old thoughts. When your old thinking tries to come back and it says, it's so hard to change, take mental control. Say to your mind, stop it. I now choose to believe it is becoming easier for me to make changes. You may have to have this conversation with your mind several dozen times a day for it to acknowledge that you are in control and that what you say goes. The only thing, my friends, that we ever have any control of is our current thought. Now, what we're thinking now. Our old thoughts are gone. There's nothing we can do about them except live out the experiences they caused. But our current thought, the one we're thinking right now, is totally under our control. As an example, quickly, we'll end off there. If you have a little child who has been allowed to stay up late as she wishes for a long time, and then you make a decision that you now want this child to go to bed at 8 o'clock every night, what do you think the first night will be like? Hell on earth. The child will rebel against this new rule and may kick and scream and do her best to stay out of bed. If you relent at this time, the child wins and will try to control you forever. See, the child being the mind, your mind and my mind. However, if you calmly stick to your decision and firmly insist that this is the new bedtime, the rebellion will lessen. Same with the rebellion of the mind. In 2 or 3 nights, the new routine will be established. It is the same thing with our mind. Of course it will rebel at first. You can count on that. That's what minds do. All right? They're ego-driven. The mind does not want to be retrained. It's lazy too. But you're in control. And if you stay focused and firm, in a very short time you'll see the new way of thinking will be established. And you will feel so good to realize that you're not a helpless victim of your own thoughts, but rather a master of your own mind. All right, my friends, we've come to the end of the road for today. Tune in again next Monday at high noon, 12 o'clock, right here on 1422 medium wave of the new Pan-Hellenic Voice. I do consult as a natural medicine practitioner. Those of you who do wish to consult me, pen and paper, quick. My number is 076 189 6690. I repeat a little slower, 076 189 6690. CDs of this program and past programs are available from me. Contact me if you're interested. Also, if you have a group that you would like me to give a talk to, let me know. I'll be happy to oblige, and I'll do those talks for free. Till next time, my friends, take care and keep smiling. From me, Dr. Gabrielides, I bid thee adieu, and do not forget my Holistic Health Hour program tomorrow night, right here on this station, 1422 medium wave, from 7 to 8 p.m. tomorrow night. See you then. Λοιπόν, κυρίες και κύριοι, φτάσαμε στο τέλος της εκπομπής μας και για σήμερα. Θα είμαι και πάλι μαζί σας την επόμενη Δευτέρα από τις 12 το μεσημέρι μέχρι τις 1 η ώρα το apόγευμα, εδώ στα 1422 μεσαία κύματα της Νέας Πανελλήνιας Φωνής. Όσοι από εσάς θέλετε να με συμβουλευτείτε για διάφορες θεραπείες με Natural Medicine, μπορείτε να επικοινωνήσετε μαζί μας στο τηλέφωνο 076 189 6690. Επαναλαμβάνω, 076 189 6690. Επίσης μπορώ να σας προμηθεύσω CDs αυτού του προγράμματος και όλων των προηγουμένων προγραμματών μου. Όπως επίσης δίνω διαλέξεις στην αγγλική. Αν έχετε ένα group που ενδιαφέρεται για μια τέτοια διάλεξη, μην διστάσετε να επικοινωνήσετε μαζί μου. Οι διαλέξεις μου είναι εντελώς δωρεάν. Αυτά λοιπόν, αγαπητοί μου φίλες και φίλοι ακροατές μας. Μην ξεχάσετε το πρόγραμμά μου αύριο βράδυ από τις 7 μέχρι τις 8 που αφορά την υγεία μας. Από μένα τον Δόκτωρα Παναγιώτη Γαβριελίδη, καλό σας απόγευμα, καλή σας μέρα και πολύ καλή σας εβδομάδα. Αντίο.